After 1 year of living in Dubai, this city changed me in ways I did not expect. From visas, friends, culture shock, loneliness, and all the things that nobody tells you, let me finally give you the honest update. I came to Dubai over a year ago, knowing nobody, moving on my own, not knowing what to expect. So I'm going to give you my 1 year update today on how everything has been going and what you can expect as well if you're thinking to move. That being said, let's go back inside because it's so hot in here. Is it true, for example, that you have to wear abayas or you have to cover up more in Dubai? We're back on the sofa, and when we sit on the sofa, we're doing serious conversations over here. So get your matcha, your cup of tea, whatever you want, and listen up. Now, you don't have to wear abayas in Dubai, okay? You don't have to be super covered. They're quite free and open-minded. They're not telling you, oh, you need to cover up, but I think you should be respectful. So if you're going to the mall or places where there is a lot of like locals or just a sign to respect the culture, I feel like you should be covering up, not necessarily wearing abaya, no one tells you, but you can wear something that is not as revealing. Like for example, here I'm at home, I'm not gonna go to the mall dressed like this, if it makes sense. I don't think it's very respectful. I like wearing abayas anyway, like I have loads of pictures and multiple occasions, like here for example, I wore it so many times. I feel like it suits me as well, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like a princess in it, and I like wearing it. If I'm going out with my local friends, I feel like it's also a sign of respect. I love experiencing different cultures and learning all about them. Even look at this, learning Arabic as well. I go to the school here because I feel like it's just really nice. If you are living in a new place, I feel like it's nice to make the effort to show that you are respectful, that you like learning about the traditions, the language. Why not? I've always been like this. Even with Spain, when I lived in Spain, I learned Spanish and stuff. So in the UK, obviously, everyone speaks English, but I feel like it's nice if you are living in a country that is not yours to show this kind of respect towards the culture. This is the way I feel anyway. Everybody's different, and this is also my own personal experience. Everybody will have their own experience, their own things they do, etc., etc. Now let's talk about alcohol. This is actually no alcohol, I tricked you guys. This is electrolytes. But let's talk about this because this is a topic that people would also ask. They're a very tolerant city. Actually, majority of the population here is international from all over the world. There are obviously in places like the mall or places that are a bit more cultural or other places. Or for example, in Dubai, you will find places like if you go to certain local restaurants or cafes, for example, they're not going to serve alcohol. But if you go to places like beach clubs or very famous restaurants, hotels and things like that, they are going to have it. They have clubs, they have everything here. I personally never liked alcohol, and I'm not a person that likes to drink anyway from before I even ever moved to Dubai, so I don't really care for me. I don't really care for alcohol or anything like that, but that's for your own information. You can wear bikinis, you can wear what you want, you can drink. Just be aware of where you're going specifically, your surroundings, and be just respectful of the culture. That's all. It's just not really that deep, guys. Like, it's just easy, really. Now, let's talk about the real things now, about money, how expensive it is to be here. Again, I'm telling you from my perspective, from my experience. Everybody will have their own different experience, okay? For me, I've been here 1 year. I came here on a business visa that I created for myself because I am the owner of my company. I have my business, the online coaching, of course. So I came here paying for the visa, and you can pay every year, or you can pay, for example, for like 2-3 years, so you get a little bit of discount. I use an agency, okay? If you came here through employment, so if a company hires you and then you come here, they will obviously get the visa for you. You don't have to worry about anything at all. And when you come here, it's just mandatory that you get your blood test and your scan for like, I think it's like your lung scan, and it's an X-ray scan. Don't quote me specifically on what it is for, but you have to get it done, and that's it. So how expensive it is to live here. Now, I lived in the UK, so I'm going to make a comparison with the UK because that's it. At the moment, as it stands this year, etc., the price of the accommodation that I'm paying, me personally, based on the area as well, because every area is different. This flat that I have a 1-bedroom spacious apartment. Let me show you. So I feel like my room is huge here. Sorry, it's a bit messy, but I can literally, sorry, I didn't make the bed and it's messy as hell, but I can make cartwheels, okay? Okay, it's not the biggest apartment ever, but I don't really care for it. I have a balcony. I have like in here, in this building, I have like a full gym. It has basically almost all equipment. I have 3 pools in here. Obviously it's shared for the things. And the price that I pay for here is much cheaper to what I used to pay in Manchester, for example. If you compare it to London, of course here is much cheaper per square meter also. So that is that. But it depends what you want, what area, what level of luxury as well you want. If you're of course gonna get a 3-bedroom apartment, this is a 1-bedroom apartment, for example, that I got. If you want like lots of space, I personally don't really care. Like, what am I gonna do with the other 3 bedrooms? Like, I don't even know. I don't have that many things. It depends on your level, okay, or your level of things that you want. Now, cost of living. I feel food shopping here is more expensive. So in the UK, of course, I had Aldi and all these places, but in general, the food shop is much cheaper in the UK than here. However, transportations here, you have to drive. I don't drive though, and I will tell you why. In terms of driving, because the roads here, you can't really walk to places because Dubai is so spaced out. Like, to go from place to place, there is like motorways, okay? So you can't just walk. I mean, you can, but you can't really, because the way you're gonna go on the motorway, you're gonna walk on the motorway. So it's not as easy to walk. Maybe it depends as well on the area where you live, but where I live, for example, is like this. And the majority knows that to move from place to place at the moment in Dubai, for what it stands, you have to drive. Now, I don't drive because I'm actually scared of driving, okay? Because I feel like here, the highways, the motorway has got so many lanes, and even when you use Waze or like the map, it's so confusing, like to understand exits. I don't want to drive, to be honest here. It's my fear. I need to overcome it. I know I'm a baby, but one day I will overcome it, because I don't really, anyway, for me, I don't really go out a lot. I'm literally stay within my little area. I go to the coffee shops here, I go to the gym, that's it. Maybe once or twice a week, maybe. If I go to a different place, I don't know. So I don't really need to get a car. What do I need a car for? Like, and also I'm scared, that's the main reason. So I get a taxi every now and then if I'm going out, whatever, if it happens. And taxis here are cheaper than in Europe. So I ride here. To get rides, you use the app Karim, and it's much cheaper than if you get one in Europe or in the UK, for example. And then here, it's easy to get everything. Like, it's built on facility. Like, everything, it's easy to get. You can order most things online. You can get, if you need someone to help you clean, literally there is an app, you can, even on Karim, you can order it. Even for your hair, like if you don't have time, you have an event, they will come literally to your house and do your hair. Like, you can order it in your app. Like, it's so easy to click and they come here. Same for your nails, same for a massage, you can order it to your home. Like, it's very convenient in terms of like everything you want. It's just very easy. Now, how has it been in terms of making friends, okay? So at the beginning, I'm not gonna lie, I was struggling. I was struggling to make friends. It took me 4 or 5 months to actually find my people. And I was trying so many different things. I was really putting myself out there. I was trying new classes. I was going to Pilates, even if I've never really done it before. And I pushed myself out of the comfort zone. So I went to classes like pottery class and I was making the effort, really. Like, it's not that you just go to a new class and you expect to make friends if you're just mute, okay? Like, you have to put yourself in the comfort zone. And at the beginning, it's hard. I'm not gonna lie. It's like this. I'm here to be honest with you, Famia. You have to approach people. You have to smile. You have to be friendly. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes, yeah, people will say they'll give you your number and you'll say, oh yeah, we'll catch up. And then you'll organize the cancel on you. It's a very common thing as well, because everybody's so busy and they're on, like, if they have, especially they're already like friends. It happened a lot. But if you persist and you find the right people, eventually you'll find the people that work for you. But you have to make effort. Like, you have to try to make your schedules, even if you're like a little bit tired. I feel like you have to make the time to meet the people. If you stay at home comfortable and then you moan that you don't have people, then of course, what do you expect? You have to make effort for people. You have to try, and not everybody is going to be your friend straight away, okay? So that's just the way it is. It's life, okay? If you move into a new country, in a place, you are gonna be out of your comfort zone. But now what is good is that I have my group of friends and I have my lovely girls. They're amazing. We share like the same common thing. We like fitness. We like doing the same things. We like going for matcha. It's nice, to be fair. And they're like very international. So there is like people from here, people from like, I'm like this because I love all people. Like, I love all different cultures. I'm just like that. I'm a warm person, I feel like. And also with my job, I feel like it helps me because one of my best friends, actually, weirdly enough, I will tell you, One of my best friends here in Dubai, it's very weird, but she used to be my fan before. She used to follow me on Instagram, and then she approached me, because I've always been like this though, like if I love you girls approaching me, like even from YouTube or anybody, like you guys, like, you know, I'm just like this. So she came to approach me, and then like we became really, really good friends, and she's actually one of my best friends here in Dubai. Like we're like very, very close, and it's so weird because she used to like follow me, and it's just like, and now we're best friends. So yeah, you have to be approachable, and you have to be friendly, and you have to be open. But I feel like in Dubai it's got a lot of things, a lot of opportunities, always something going on. Okay, so there is a new event opening, there's always like a new studio, new something happening. You just have to attend and make yourself out there, if it makes sense. Yeah, now everybody's waiting for this section, in particular how is dating in Dubai and how has it been for me. Right, I'm going to be honest with you, Famia. I have not really been in a mental space to date, and I've not dated for a long time actually. It's weird to even like say it to you. I feel like it's very weird because I always feel a bit weird talking about my private life like this, if it makes sense. But personally, I know it sounds cliche, I'm focusing on myself, oh my god, but it's been a lot moving and trying to figure out myself out, and obviously with my business it's honestly not been my priority. And also with my therapist, we have agreed that it's not the right time for me to date at the moment, because of like I want to be emotionally ready for it. I don't want to like give half of like my love, for example, to somebody. I want to be able to give like my full love, my full thing. So for me there is no point really. But yeah, so from that perspective, I know it's a little bit disappointed to hear, but I can't give you much insight around the dating in Dubai. But there is a lot of expats. The only thing that you have to keep into consideration, which I also heard from my friends, is that a lot of people that come here to Dubai, or at least the expats, they're only staying for like 1 or 2 years. So if you're looking for something serious and long-term commitment, is a little bit harder, because then like people are only staying here temporarily. So a lot of them, they're not in a mindset of like, oh, let me find like my wife, for example, or my girlfriend for life. You know what I mean? It's more like kind of just temporarily, but depends what you look for. For example, for me, I'm looking for something serious. That's why I'm also not been interested that much either. Okay, now I'm gonna talk, this is a little bit more specific, about being self-employed and doing, for example, influencing work. Okay, everyone, they're very open about like your job and everything, and I'm sure that a lot of you will know that Dubai is known also for like a hotspot for influencers. A lot of influencers come here because like it's very good in terms of like facilitating them, and obviously the system and everything. However, I have to say that recently there has been more like kind of rules, let's say, about filming, and you have to be careful. You can't film people, so obviously you have to be respectful. It should be everywhere, to be honest, not just in Dubai, but of course here it's a little bit more strict. And also you do need permits nowadays to film outside. So if you are on your phone, I think it's fine, but don't quote me on it. You have to like look for it. It's not as straightforward as you would think. Oh, you come to Dubai, you get your camera out, especially if you use cameras, professional cameras, and you are like in specific places in Dubai, you have to get a permit to actually film. Or for example, Global Village or things like that, or I know the JBR area, now you need a permit to film there, so you have to obtain it before you film. I'm not entirely sure which areas is which and what are the deep ins and outs. So I do recommend, if you're coming here and you're like a content creator, you should be looking for it. Of course, closed spaces like your flat or like gyms normally are fine. Some gyms are like, it's good to ask as well. Like for example, before I signed up, I asked, because obviously my job is to film content for you, so I asked and they said yeah, that's fine. So it helps to kind of get some information before. It's not just, oh, like here I just come and like film everything. It's like, it's not, it's getting a lot stricter. And also if you do sponsor, like for example influencers that do promotions, like if you promote like a brand, you would also have to get like a license for doing that. Okay, so you can't just come here and then like, there is rules and regulations that you have to get informed, ChatGPT, whatever, like do your research, do your phone calls. So yeah, overall my experience, how it's been life-changing. I love, obviously the lifestyle that I get here is so nice that even in winter here, obviously the weather is amazing, and you can just go like, you weekend, if you want to meet up with your friends, you could go, oh, okay, we go to like the beach or something. You know what I mean? It's just nice every time of the year. You feel like you're on holiday if you want to, and there is like, obviously Dubai offers like a lot lot of like, there is so much around, so many activities, so many things to do. You're not gonna run out of things to do because it's such a big city and it's got a lot going on. You can get a little bit lost in it. I feel like here time goes so quick, and then like you feel like you've not accomplished much. I don't know, like you feel like you almost get sucked into the like crazy fast-paced life. But that's why you have to have a really good schedule, like good mindset, have your routine, set it, and you have to really follow it, your schedule, and not get distracted too much by the noise or like even things going on. It could be a lot too, okay? So you could feel like a lot is happening and then you've not accomplished anything and the day is gone, for example, right? It can be a little bit lonely, as in terms of obviously the fact that everybody here is hustling and working, so sometimes like it's hard to find like common times to meet up as often, especially if you work for yourself. It can feel a little bit more lonely, but that's why you have to really like make the effort and arrange, okay, like, and then keep in contact with people all the time, make sure, okay, let's do this, let's do that. You really need to make an effort for it because everything is so like fast and like moving, you know, like it's a big city, you know. And yeah, I feel like I've learned a lot, and I love, like I said, for me, I love experiencing new cultures. Traveling for me is like amazing. It's like, that's why I've lived in so many different countries. Will I stay here? I don't know. At the moment, I don't really have any plans to move, or I don't know. I'm quite open-minded. What's gonna happen? I'm happy here. I have my friends. I have very good people around me. But you know, this is kind of like year one. Let's see what will happen later. But yeah, I hope you found this somehow useful. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and see you next time with another video. Ciao famiglia.